I also feel like every time I go to Gangnam, a Korean man just feels like the need to come up to me and just be like, "Can I get your number?"
Do you speak English?
Oh yeah.
What
Where
are you from?
Sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Korea Unfiltered, the show where expats tell their story. I am your host, Paris Kagiri, and today's episode I am super excited for because I have a really close friend of mine here, my fifth from another Mr. I can't even say that without a lisp
My
anymore.
fifth from another myth.
My fifth. I am really excited to have him here because I've known him for a very long time, and we have had a great friendship. We get annoyed at each other. I've cried in front of this guy before, and he literally was just staring at me. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to bring that up, did
I'm
you?
gonna explain this later.
You didn't think I was going to bring
I'm
it
gonna
up, did you,
explain this
Colin?
later.
I literally cried in
You're
front
gonna
of him.
get exposed.
You're exposed. Colin literally just sitting there like, what do I do? And I'm just like, my guy. So yeah, clearly we're friends, but his emotional problems are still problems. Look like you're doing those like black fraternity things that they've been doing.
Alpha Phi Alpha. This is definitely not the Alpha Phi Alpha one, but
Those are the things they've been doing in Alpha. I said Alpha in fraternities.
snakes.
But anyways, I'll have Colin introduce himself first. So, Colin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
My name is Colin Harris. I am from Chicago, Illinois, USA.
Chirac.
Hey. I've been living in Seoul for almost 7 years, practically 7 years. I'm a model, dancer. What else do I do?
You do
I do a
everything.
lot.
We do it.
There's actually nothing that I haven't done while I've been living here. So I also am currently working on music, and
Oh yeah, he's a good singer.
thank you.
He's a singer.
Sometimes when I'm on key, but yes. So
I'm always on off key anyway, so it's fine.
together.
Facts. Well, not together actually, because you're actually a really good singer.
Thank you.
But is that your introduction? I feel like you have a lot that you're doing.
Oh,
right now.
I'm currently working in a body performance show. It's called Wild Wild.
Body performance show.
Yeah, it's categorized as a musical, but nobody's singing, so we're literally just dancing to music.
It's a lot of dancing.
Yes.
It's a great show. If
It's
you guys
almost
are
like
ever in
it's like the
Korea.
Korean version of Magic Mike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically Magic Mike, but Koreans plus Colin.
Koreans plus the foreigner.
Koreans plus Colin. So as you said, you've been in Korea for a really long time. When did you first come here?
June 25th of 2016.
June 25th.
Yes, I remember the exact date.
Bro, I had just graduated high school like a few years before. And we're not even that. We don't have an
You're
age
only
gap,
2 years
which is-
older than me. I mean,
Right.
2 years younger than me.
Yeah, but it's like 2016 just seems so early.
This is true.
Because I came in 2018. 2016 seems insanely early. I bet there
I
were
think you
like
met me in
barely any
2019.
black folk back then.
Yeah, there were a few, but they were like really undercover. Like I don't know how to say it.
You guys were just going around like covering yourself?
Like don't look at me.
don't check
No, it
out.
was just really hard to find a lot of black people back then. But I had had shoots with like a lot of people, like Naquan, Chris Lyon,
Oh yeah, Naquan was here
and
back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
and some other people. So, I mean, they were there, but it's definitely
Undercover.
easier to see chocolate people now.
True. It is a lot easier to see chocolate. I don't say chocolate.
Chocolate.
Folk. Chocolate folk.
Chocolate.
And during your time in Korea, whether it be like right now or before, like what are some hardships you think you went through?
I wouldn't
any.
really call them hardships. I would say that they were more so because of my personality. I found a lot of things to be unacceptable.
What do you mean?
Like being, first of all, I'm very tall. I'm 186 centimeters tall.
Colin is he a
6'2".
You're a
LOL.
giraffe. I don't know why, but when you say 6'2", it sounds taller than like saying it in like the
In
Korean
centimeters,
way.
yeah. And I
Because
agree.
I feel like girls in America hear 6'2", they're like, oh, he's tall.
Oh, he tall.
And you're like, oh,
He's super tall.
he's fast 6 foot.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But
yeah.
being tall and like since I've been modeling here, and I'm also bald if you couldn't tell. I'm scalped.
I bet they could tell.
I've got no edges. But like being here as a black bald male.
I'm sorry, every time you say bald, it's so funny to me because we always joke about how you're bald.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
mean,
funny.
no edges. Okay.
The truth is the truth, you know? I got a wig on, so.
Exactly. I was waiting for you to acknowledge it.
I knew he was looking at my wig. He's literally like, you gonna say you got a wig or not?
You gonna tell on yourself or not?
Listen, under this wig, I have a full head of hair. It's very healthy. It's just
I
annoying
almost
right now.
started talking about Orange is the New Black. Sideshow Bob.
Bro. You remind me of how my ex-boyfriend used to call me Sideshow Bob. Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, my hair is kind of Sideshow Bob-ish, but it's okay.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow
Anyways, yeah.
Being as who I am, it's been like I'm relatively conservative, but I do have moments where I'm not, and I really take a lot of pride in expressing myself and kind of just like living my authentic life.
Right.
But being in Korea, I feel like I haven't been able to fully do that without people holding me to some form of standard that isn't for me.
Right, right.
And I've never been the type of person to say like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna fit into this box so that people can accept me for who I am and stuff, like can accept me for who they think I am.
Yeah.
But I've had to do that many times because of the fact that I'm in the entertainment industry here, and being in some form of public spotlight, you do have to follow certain protocol and regulations.
Yeah.
Unless you choose to be canceled or people look at you a certain way. And like a lot of people here really like to start rumors or like to be in your business.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. I don't know where that came from. I'm
That
so
was
sorry.
so weird.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know. I have Lizzo in my head right now. Oh my God. Sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, you're a mess.
I am.
But like being conscious about like all of my movements and everything like that, like I hate doing that. I enjoy having some form of freedom
Right.
in the way that I live, and with the current job that I have now, that's why I'm not going to continue on with it. Yeah. Because like all of my time is dedicated to them, which is fine, but
is it though?
For the amount, honestly, if I have a job and I really enjoy my job, like I love performing,
right,
then I would have no issue with it because
right.
it's something that I can fully put my whole heart and soul into. But just the politics and the things that go into the performance that I'm doing now, like I'm not satisfied. And if I'm not satisfied with something, there's no reason for me to be there.
In fact,
I love myself too much to let other people dictate who I am as a person. And it took a long time for me to learn how to love myself because I used to be, I'll just say it, like I used to be 220 pounds when I was in high school. And yeah, I was thick, but it was weird because growing up, my parents, well, not my parents specifically, but my extended relatives would always complain. Well, not complain, but they would always comment about how I was thin. So growing up, I started eating more food and stuff like that. So I kind of developed like an unhealthy relationship with food. And because of that, like I obviously got bigger. Right. But then in high school, I kind of just said enough and started, I don't want to say dieting, but I started making healthier decisions with my eating choices. So in the span of 3 months, I lost 30 pounds. Ooh. It was very fast. Like I went from a size 42 in pants to a 36.
Dang, how old were you?
Me?
Yeah.
Like now?
Back then, nope.
Oh, back then?
Bro.
I was 16 turning 17. So this is my junior year in high school.
Yeah.
So it was very fast.
During like your teen years.
Yeah. So now I'm at a very healthy weight for myself and I'm satisfied.
Yeah, we see those guns, Colin. Oh, wait.
Show the world.
But it took a long time for me to become like very comfortable with myself. And then coming to Korea, I lost more weight, not on purpose, but it was because like obviously the food options are different. Yeah. Which I kind of enjoyed because I had a healthier lifestyle in terms of eating back at home. So when I came here, it was much easier to do that. But after entering the entertainment industry, while being a model and a dancer and everything like that, like obviously, like we root for people who look different, but there is a specific image that people have here of dancers, like especially if you're black. If you're not a black muscular man, what are you doing? I'm grateful that I have the frame that I have
Mhm.
because I can easily fit into certain clothes
Mhm.
without struggling, except for pants. I have long legs,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah, that we're not finding pants in this country
at all,
ever.
ordering
It's-
online only.
It's never happened. Zara, where you at? That's the only thing we're getting
Honestly,
from
Zara is
yeah.
like a saving grace.
Yeah, their pants are very long.
But yeah, just like having to fit into a mold here, like it stresses me out, and especially with the job that I have now, like like the body performance, like
Yeah.
I didn't have abs at all going into this performance. I
Right.
started in 2021, and everybody that joined the team except for maybe one guy had been exercising
They were like basically
bodybuilders
Yeah.
for 10 plus years,
Mhm.
and I came in
Skinny.
skinny,
Very skinny.
very skinny.
Yeah.
So I've built muscle and everything like that, but I felt after some time I realized that I need to start finding some goals for myself. So instead of doing it for the show, do it for myself,
Mhm.
which is why
It's
I
more
started.
fun that way
It
too.
it is, but
Yeah.
it also adds a little bit more stress because like on stage, if my stomach jiggles a little bit, I want to cry. Because it's like if I watch like the videos, like the
Bro.
monitoring videos,
Yeah.
I can't see anything obviously because it's from a distance. But if I can feel it, it takes me back to like the moment like before
Yeah.
when I was younger and I was chubbier, and like I don't want to feel that way.
But literally, when I tell you nobody's noticing it on that stage, I have seen his show multiple times.
She has
Nobody's looking at your body like that.
under invitation.
Facts, because I don't pay for no tickets.
Boo! Support your people, sis.
Listen, I can support you and you only. I go there for Colin and Colin only.
We love to see it. Thank you.
Exactly. But it seems like, you know how like Koreans have the whole like hukkyong, huknuna thing?
Mm.
Do you think that affected you while you were living in Korea? And how would you even explain like hukkyong?
Hukkyong and Huknuna, there's like a
Oh, I done
specific
said 언니. Sorry, it's Nuna. Huknuna.
Hukkyong and Huknuna
Yeah.
is like a term of endearment
For
according to them.
Koreans. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's a Korean term of endearment for Black people,
Mhm.
and basically, in Korea they have a system. If you're older, you're hyung or nuna, and if you're
Mhm.
younger, no. If you're older, so it's like for guys it's different, for
I
girls
write
it's
it here,
different.
guys.
So
Colin is having a mind fuck right now.
I really am, because it's like we don't have this in English.
We don't. But it's, I would like to put it simply, I would just say it's like all the good stereotypes about Black people put in one word.
Right.
So all the good stereotypes about Black men put in hukkyong, and all the good stereotypes about Black
Correct.
women put in huknuna, basically, right?
Right.
So how do you think that's affected you in any way?
I'll be quite honest, it's annoying to hear.
Facts.
Because I understand where they're coming from,
Yeah.
but nobody else, I'm telling you, no other, like, what's the nationality, race? No, race is human. No
No.
other,
Wait, race as in white folk?
right.
It would be race.
No other race.
Wow,
No,
you
it's
look
not.
stupid.
No, it's not. Because race is like human race and then stuff like that. Nationality. Or
No,
like
race is like Black, white,
ethnic,
Hispanic.
ethnicity.
But ethnicity would be like,
Whoop. No other ethnicity.
ethnicity is like Korean, Chinese, Japanese, right? Race is Black, white, Hispanic, Asian.
Somebody look this up.
Bro, I'm right.
Somebody research this.
Because if somebody asked you what's your race, what would you say?
I'm a human.
Get the fuck out.
Wait, can I look this up real quick? Because I'm really
Wait,
curious.
You would actually say I'm a human? Bro, the title of this video will be Colin is a human
Colin is a
race.
human. Sometimes I wish I was an alien.
I mean, they are saying
Like that,
aliens
like
are
that
a
lady
thing.
from the plane.
Yeah.
That motherfucker back there is not
Not
real.
real. I'm telling you guys, he's not real. Hey, Google. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Is that race or ethnicity?
I don't know, but I
Homegirl's also confused.
She's like,
Okay. So for
It
example,
is race,
people
yeah.
might identify their race as Aboriginal, African American, Black, white,
Yeah.
Black, Asian, European, blah. Ethnicity refers to a shared cultural characteristics. Okay.
in
You're
other
right.
words, Paris is right.
Regardless, I
I
still
really
stand by
said,
what I
what's
said.
your race? And you're going to say human.
I stand by what I said.
Yo, next time a Korean asks me what's my race, I'm going to say, 사람. 인간.
인간이다.
저
나는
인간이에요.
인간이에요.
흑인? 아니에요. 인간이에요. That's what I was saying because Colin said so.
You're welcome. I see where it comes from, and I can understand that people are like, oh, yeah, you're so cool. But just like having to live through the expectations of somebody else's, like, having to live through somebody else's expectations of me because of some stereotypes that they see on TV. Like, they all think I play basketball, which is completely fair because I'm very tall. But I suck at basketball.
Me too, bro. And I'm tall too.
This is a homogenous country, and people have to understand that. If you come into another person's country, you have to realize that you are literally becoming the minority.
Facts.
And if somebody's not being disrespectful to you, especially in your own country, I don't feel like there needs to be a reason as for you to be hateful.
Fast, because a lot of those people come here and they're very respectful to Korean culture.
I bend backwards. I break my back to try to be nice to people.
And you know, like, this is such a good talking point. I also feel like, especially as people who are Black, we have to be more outstanding citizens, because if we do one thing wrong, all Black people are
start
evil.
Looking weird.
All Black people do this thing. I think that's also why I think me and you are very careful of our movements in Korea, even though I'm a hothead.
You?
I knew you were gonna say that. I am like a hothead, but I still feel like I have to tone it. Like, what I want to do, I can't do because I know it's gonna be blown out of proportion.
Not even because she's in Korea, but just because she's aware of the consequences.
Bro, I know the consequences of what I want to do. So that's one part of it, and I also have that part of it where it's like, I'm Black, so if I do this, all the Black sisters around me are gonna be affected by my actions. And I'm pretty sure Colin is the same. Anything he does, the Black men in Korea will be affected. So there is that layer of like having to be very controlled, especially in public.
I'm not even a wild person. That's what's wild.
You're very calm.
I'm usually very chill. I'm only like excited when I'm with friends, and even when I scream or like shout with my friends, like I don't like an excitement. But
let me ask you this. Let's say you were in Chicago, right?
Yes.
And somebody called you the N-word. You wouldn't feel some type of way at all?
Depends on who they are. If they're not Black.
Oh, no. Why would it be a Black person? No, like, let's say like a white supremacist from America comes up to me and they're like, "Yo, N-word."
I'm throwing
versus a Korean person who doesn't like Black people comes up to me and says, "You N-word." How are you handling those?
I'm all about reciprocation. They're both getting the same treatment. They are getting.
You don't think because it's Korea you would like kind of?
No, they're getting the middle finger.
Oh wow, that's softer than what
it's soft because again, I'm not
a violent person.
I'm not a violent person because I used to be.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I used to be very quick to react.
Anger, yeah.
And I had anger management problems when I was younger as well. But I've learned to calm myself down and to find some kind of like inner peace. That's also why I don't deal with other people's emotions easily, because it took a long time for me to deal with my own.
Yeah.
So that's,
I mean, understandable, but still.
I'm
when I
expose
cry,
you
I
later.
need somebody to be like, "Oh, why are you crying? Are you okay?"
No.
Colin's just like,
"You good, sis?"
You didn't even say that. What do you mean? But yeah, I feel because for me, I think in America, because especially there's no language barrier, I think I would be more inclined to say something. While in Korea, I would just be like, you know what? Leave it alone.
I don't even like, everything for me is too tasking. So
it's a lot of work. That's true.
Even getting out of bed, I'm not saying it's not a form of depression. I literally am just very lazy.
He's not depressed.
But I like, even like doing anything that requires too much energy for me is already a lot. So for me to have to go through multiple steps just to entertain your foolishness,
it is foolishness.
For what? Like, I could use that energy to literally go do something else that's more beneficial to my future and to my life. I don't have time to waste on somebody else. So if somebody wants to call me out of my name, let them go ahead and do that. They may receive a finger. They may get a nasty look back, but I'm not doing anything more than that.
You know what I would do if somebody calls me the N-word in Korean?
What?
I would just look at them and be like, 이제 속 시원해요? 응? 다 나왔어요, 이제? 알겠습니다. 이제 갈게요. Is what I would say.
안 보고 갈게요.
Oh my god.
That moment is what?
I almost ate the microphone.
Oh my god.
That moment is forever ingrained into my skull.
I can't, bro. My teeth just like bumped the mic. Like I'm just like brushing my teeth with the mic, so I have to wash these every time I use them. But yeah, that's just what I would do. But
That's
on the
fair.
flip side of that, do you think there has been like what type of positive experiences? I'm sure there are a lot, but what are the most standout ones that you've had in Korea that you would want to share? Because I'm like Korea is not all just bad things. There's a lot of good things
This
out
is
here.
true.
Yeah.
I will say I've met a lot of Korean people who. Let me rephrase that. I've met a lot of Korean people who have been very kind and haven't been rude or disgusting, or not disgusting, haven't been rude or disrespectful
Yeah.
in any form. I've also met a lot of great people since I've been here, including Paris. And
I'm the greatest he's met.
she thinks. And so I've met
Yeah.
a lot of amazing people since I've been here, and a lot of supportive individuals as well. Of course, I could have gotten this support in America as well, but being in a foreign country, and because honestly, you have to search hard for people to be in your circle here. Like, I'm not saying that it's hard, it's difficult to make friends in Korea, but it's difficult to make real friends.
You can make passing friends easy in
Acquaintances.
Korea. Yeah, easy in
It's
Korea.
very easy.
Yeah.
But people who you want to have in your corner and people
Like
that you want to be a part of your,
forever.
I've had to cut off a lot of people since I've been here. And it's unfortunate, but you know, as you grow older, like a lot of your needs and your a lot of your values change as well. And just who you see yourself, like you're still growing into yourself. And when you come to Korea, especially if you come at a young age, coming here to discover yourself, I highly don't recommend that.
It's not pretty.
You need to know yourself first when you come
Before you
here,
come
and
here.
I did not do that.
Me too.
I came here when I was 22, which is, I mean, I was still an adult when I got here.
Yeah.
But
But I feel like the older we get, the more I realize anything below 25 is like a child.
this is true.
Yeah, because your brain technically hasn't developed fully.
Right.
So.
What?
No, for real.
You might be right.
No, for real. Like that's
I'm
scientific.
sure you are.
Hey Google, how old are you when
Why
your
can't
brain
you just
fully
trust
develops?
yourself? She ignored me.
nim.nih.gov, they say the brain finishes developing
late
maturity
20s.
in the mid to late 20s. The part of the brain
Okay,
behind
stop.
the fo-
Hey Google, stop.
Shut up.
No, so we're probably still developing.
That's true. But
Yeah.
that's why I say, like, you can move to another country to, for yourself, but don't move somewhere to discover yourself, because if you are heavily influenced by other people's cultures and like other people's behaviors and things like that, that might affect you unless you have a very strong mentality.
Yeah.
And I came here thinking I was all Gucci, that I would do so much, and I have done so
Yeah,
much.
we were like, oh my God, we're gonna be the best of the best.
No, truly. But I mean, obviously, no matter where you go, there will be reality checks. But
Yeah.
coming here and being introduced,
They punched you in your face out.
they ran me over with a car. That's how it felt.
You thought.
No, truly. Like, I got here and I really thought that like I would just bust the industry wide
Bust
open. Like, I really
Yeah.
thought I was gonna do the most, and then I got here and I met people who I thought would be genuine friends and like, amazing people, and they were at the time. But the older I got and the more I realized that this isn't what I want, or like they weren't what I needed in my life. Like, I had to snip, which is for me is super easy. But
Bro, me and you both. We just leave people behind and we don't even.
I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, we don't even
Life
look back.
support.
Yeah, we don't even give closure to people. We just
No, I do.
disappear.
I
No,
have
I
to.
don't.
Yeah, I
I
have
just
to.
be out.
Because for me, like, out of respect for the time that I donated to that
But
person.
did they respect you when they were disrespecting you?
How do I say disrespect? They weren't awful, but there were times that I'm the kind of person who, if I see red flags, I
Yeah.
give you chances to see if you can redeem
You're
yourself.
toxic. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I give people chances because I feel like a lot of people, we're not perfect. I had to kind of look past the surface and see what people's intentions were and give people like multiple passes. Because even like growing up, I had a lot of these same situations where somebody seemed great at first and then they would slip up and be like, okay, well, maybe they won't do this the next time. And then they slip up again and be like, okay, let me give them one more chance because this is the second time now.
Yeah.
And then the third chance is like, okay, well then deuces. Like,
Yeah.
I had to be like that. And I still am, but I've learned to pick and choose my battles. So Yeah, but there are a lot of people in Korea that a lot of Koreans in Korea and a lot of foreigners in Korea that I've met who have been really cool and really chill. And I'm really thankful for the experiences that I've been able to share with them. And a lot of the times that, you know, because a lot of people who are in your corner, they support you as well.
Yeah.
And sometimes, let me tell you, when the modeling gigs are not coming through and
Bro.
friends be like, hey, yo, I just got a job. Would you like to do it too? It's like
It's the support
cool.
for me.
It's like, thank you for filling my wallet.
Yeah, it's the support for me.
But
yeah.
like it's really good to have like people that are really close to you. Like
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think there's like this narrative where it's like, oh, it's really hard as a foreigner to make Korean friends, which to some extent it is. I feel like if you are very choosy of your friends, which I would think me and you are
we are.
quite specific in what we look for in a friend, but when you find like a Korean person that, you know, is willing to look past your foreignness and just be friends with you, amazing friendship. Like the Korean friends that I have, we have really good friendships with them. But again, it's hard to make friends in Korea in general. But once you make good friends, those are going to be like long lasting experiences or
100%.
long lasting friends that you're going to have.
100%.
So you would say like your experiences and like your friends have definitely made Korea easier to live in. you would say?
100%.
Yeah.
I honest, because you know how I am. I threaten to leave every year.
Colin is literally the like. If I could make a meme of him, it would be like, I'm leaving Korea next year.
You know that
Every
meme of the
single
girl,
year.
like there's a black woman, she's walking up steps.
Oh yeah, the black girl, and
Yeah.
it's like this.
And then the year
Yo,
COVID hit, she was like, excuse me, sis.
like, let me come back now.
That's how I feel every
Colin.
year. I'm always
Every year
ready to
he's
bounce
up,
out.
I'm leaving, and then he's like, oh, let me come back down. Let me.
Because
come
it's
down.
like every time I get ready to leave, something like another opportunity comes where I'm like, okay, maybe I can hold it out for another year.
Yeah,
But
Korea is definitely the land of opportunities if you're looking right.
if you're looking for, that's a whole different conversation.
It is a whole different
Yeah.
conversation. But
Continue.
yeah, I would say like that, like obviously, you know, anywhere you go, there are going to be these hardships, and anywhere you go, there are going to be these like amazing experiences that you're going to have. And I do have to point out, it's always easier to remember the negatives in life
Right.
than it is to remember the positives, because positives happen way more often and negatives don't happen as often, but you easily remember those. We're gonna play a game before we end our video today. We're gonna do which would you prefer, or let's call it rate these places from 1 to 4. Okay. So this time it's going to be places in Korea. And I'm very curious to hear you rate these places, because some of these places have, you know, if you check online, they already have
Ratings.
interesting ratings, right? So the first place is Hongdae. The second place is Gangnam, Itaewon, and Shinsa. So where would you be? Who would you put first? Or
I'm
where
sorry,
would you
is the
put
ranking
first?
from best to worst?
Best to worst, yeah. Let's do
Hongdae
best
is
to worst.
definitely number 4.
Bro, Hongdae is the most hated city in Seoul. Not city, sorry.
Area?
Most hated area
After
in Seoul is
Hongdae, if
freaking
Shinlim was
Hongdae.
on the list, that would be number 5.
Bro, me and Colin has such a large history with Shilim. Oh my, I wish one day I hope you come and we can talk about Shilim.
We
Because
will.
Shilim needs
We will.
its own episode.
Shilim is its own demon.
That is like, yes, like if you guys will be interested in hearing about like the demon called Shilim, tell us and we'll make another video
There's
about
so
it.
much to
Bro,
talk
Shilim,
about.
oh my god, that would be like a 3-hour episode. But so you would say Hongdae is number 4.
Hongdae's number 4.
So it's Itaewon, Gangnam, Shinsa. I feel like it's the Taewons for you.
Gangnam is number 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Itaewon is number
2.
2. And Shinsa would be number 1.
So why? I'm curious why Hongdae is your last.
Hongdae, okay, so when I first got to Korea in 2016,
Mhm.
Hongdae was kind of cute for me being a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Now that I'm a full-blown
Adult.
adult, about to be 30 years old, I
Yeah.
do not want to be, I don't want to go anywhere where there are people who are significantly younger than me.
Yeah.
Because the energy is different. And I'm not saying this to be ageist or anything like that,
Yeah.
but like the energy is different. Like I'm
Way
too
different.
calm
Yeah.
to be somewhere that's always like on 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
And
they're always on 10 in Hongdae.
Even if I want to go out for a night, which is very rare,
Mm-hmm.
I would never go to Hongdae because it feels like I'm going to like a daycare.
Okay.
It does. Like there's just like people who are like let me retract that.
If you live in Hongdae, Colin's going there to babysit.
It feels like it though. It just feels like the energy is so.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
It's a very young crowd.
I could go into it in more detail, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will feel disrespected. So let me just stop.
Yeah, let's chill. Because I'm pretty sure our Shilim episode, anybody who lives in Shilim will be, the disrespect will
That's
be
okay.
insane.
They'll find me. They can catch me outside. How about,
How about
that?
that? But I feel like Hongdae for me is also like it's definitely amazing when you're like a child.
Yeah, when you're very
Bro,
yeah.
when you're young, Hongdae is the place to be.
That's where you need to be.
You need to be in Hongdae. Like, bro, my years in Yonsei, like when I was attending Yonsei University, insane. Why would you put Gangnam? I'm surprised how low Gangnam is.
Gangnam is low because I don't go there often.
Yeah.
And might get canceled for this.
If you
There's
need,
too
I
many
can
plastic
beat the.
surgery places there.
Ah, okay.
And it
You're not gonna
feels.
get canceled for that.
But I mean, like, what
It's
comes out of
facts.
plastic surgery places? The people.
The bandages.
Yeah, and it scares me.
It is kind of terrifying.
It's very and not even like you
Do what you want with your face. yeah?
do what
It
you
is
want with
okay.
yourself, but I feel
Do
like a
what
lot
you
of people
want, what
come
you want
here.
with your
Body, do what you want, don't stop, let's party. Do what you want with your body.
Anyways,
A lot of people come to Korea for plastic surgery, obviously
Mhm.
because this country does a great job in what they do.
amazing job.
But I feel like the influence is heavily
Like
heavily
in Gangnam?
influenced by like the media here, and a lot of people like they're like, oh, I want that person's nose, I want that person's face, not knowing that the person also
Wanted somebody else's nose and somebody else's face.
so it's like a cycle.
yeah.
And you know, every time I go to Gangnam, I keep seeing like plastic surgery posters
Mhm.
and billboards and things like that, and like it feels very pretentious, that whole
Mhm.
entire neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I have some friends that live in that area, and like they're pretty chill, whatever. They haven't touched their face either, but
And
I
it's just
don't really.
expensive.
It's expensive, but it's the hype. The hype behind Gangnam isn't worth.
You
me
know what's
going there.
funny? The hype was hyping when we were younger.
This is true.
Yeah.
I won't
like
lie, yeah.
when I was like studying abroad when I was like 20, I was like, oh my God, I can't go to Gangnam because I'm poor. Oh my God, Gangnam is like where all the rich people are. Now as an adult, I go to Gangnam and I'm like, this is what I was fawning over.
This is your king.
Is this your king? Huh? And not saying like Gangnam is trash or anything right now, but you just realized it's just overhyped. It's like
It is
very
overhyped. Like it's almost like there are better areas.
Facts. Let's go to Itaewon. Itaewon was your second.
Itaewon is where I met a lot of my friends, so I'll never betray
all
them like that.
Foreigners be at.
I met you there in Itaewon too.
Oh, that
That
thing.
event, yeah.
Ah. Yeah, we meet a lot of people in the Itaewons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that Gangnam and Itaewon are kind of interchangeable
Mm-hmm.
because while Gangnam is probably like one of my least favorite places to go in Korea, I still do appreciate the vibe.
They have
of
really
some
nice
of it.
cafes.
Like they have nice
too.
cafes
Yeah,
and like
very
nice
nice
places to
cafes.
visit.
Sorry, this is so off topic. I also feel like every time I go to Gangnam, a Korean man just feels like the need to come up to me and just be like, "Can I get your number?"
Do you speak English?
Oh yeah.
What
Where
are you from?
Sorry. Sorry. You know what's funny? The fact that we said that in an African accent makes it even funnier because they're not African. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Every 2 seconds in Korea. Where are you from?
Sister, where are you from?
Where are you from?
But it's true.
America? it's true.
It's true.
Yeah, it's like there's like a need for, all these like questions that are so irrelevant. But I'm sorry, Itaewon and Gangnam are interchangeable.
Because like Itaewon, like I avoid that area like the plague to a certain extent because I have a lot
to
of
be honest.
like I don't cause drama.
Drama comes to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it finds me, and it's because of the people that I met there.
Yeah.
Overall, like Itaewon,
It's like a vibe if you want
it's
it
a
to be
vibe if you want it to be.
Yeah.
They have a lot of nice spots
Yeah.
there to go, like underground places that you can go and,
And
chill.
then why was Shinsa your first?
Shinsa's first because, no real reason. Like I don't really have any qualms with Shinsa.
Yeah, we just kind of. I feel like we tend to go to that area a lot.
A
me
lot,
and you.
yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's maybe because like also a lot of models tend to be in Shinsa?
Don't care about
And
that.
yeah, and it's not like we're following it, but do you just feel like maybe that's why we feel in place, like more in place? Because there are a lot of models there. Like I feel like the staring is not as bad because they're like, oh,
I guess because
models,
expectations.
you know.
But
Yeah.
again, like you don't see a lot of black models walking around in Shinsa either.
You know what? I have never even seen one. I've probably seen. Actually, no, I lied. I've probably seen one.
I've seen some Brazilian
Me.
models.
I'm just kidding. I'm the only black model
Phase out of
walking
frame.
around. Colin never walks around in Shinsa. I am the only. I'm just kidding.
No,
Yeah.
truly. I like every time I go to Shinsa, I don't have a problem with it. It
Mhm.
just feels. I mean, it's
It's just
just
Shinsa.
yeah, it's just Shinsa. Like
Shinsa
it's
is
not like
just
really
Shinsa.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not even like, oh my god, it's Shinsa. It's just like, yeah. It's
There are
Shinsa.
places to party at in Shinsa, but I've never
Yeah.
gone to any of them just because it just feels it feels like Gangnam, but like
It's more
better.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And better. More expensive and better.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely Shinsa would be my first, and Hongdae would be my last too, because Hongdae is just unhinged. It's so
Hongdae-
unhinged.
Let me tell you all this. Hongdae, I've seen so much go down in Hongdae. Let me tell you a quick story. My friends and I were walking through an alley in Hongdae, and we had I don't know if we ate food or if we were leaving a club and we were going straight somewhere else. A few of us were drunk, including myself, but it doesn't matter because none of us were involved in this. We're walking straight, and suddenly we see a bouncer throw somebody out the club.
Like a Fresh Prince moment when they just throw.
And we're like, what is that? And then they start fighting. And this bouncer is stomping on Homeboy, and Homeboy's fighting back. And the bouncer, I swear to God, I've never seen someone do this in real life before until I saw that moment. The bouncer smacked Homeboy so hard that a sound left his face, and it sounded like thunder. It sounded like thunder.
It's a thunderclap.
And at that moment, see, exactly like that, as soon as he clapped, all of my friends dispersed. We
It's like
ran away
time to
like
go.
rats. It was wild.
Oh my god,
And we were just watching the whole thing, and I'm like, this is wild.
bro, that's Hongdae for you. Unhinged.
And then I went to like a few other clubs, like between then and now. B1, absolutely horrendous.
Oh, B1 is trash.
B2, was it B2 or B1? Most of the clubs in Hongdae are just straight up.
Yeah.
Is that me?
No, it's me. Dude, I've gotten my wallet stolen in Hongdae.
Me too.
I've gotten my.
In Hongdae specifically.
It's always
while
Hongdae.
eating
Like
pizza.
most. Is it Monster Pizza? Yeah. Bro, anybody who passes by Hongdae, you know where Monster Pizza is.
Monster
Is this
Pizza's
still a
like
thing?
I don't know actually, but I miss it.
I feel like anybody who goes to Hongdae knows Monster Pizza, and I'm not sure if it's still a thing or not. Probably showing our age right now, but
Miss it.
oh, yo, Monster Pizza is trash. It's like a drunk thing. Like if you're drunk, it tastes great. Like, have you ever gone there sober? Exactly my point. Exactly
I have
my
before.
point.
I will say
Who goes to Monster Pizza sober? Oh my
Okay,
god,
I
I
was
hope they don't
also
hate
under-
me after
I was
saying
also under
this.
25.
True.
I haven't had Monster Pizza.
You didn't
in
know what
years.
fine dining was back then.
Didn't have money for fine dining either.
You didn't know what good food tasted back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, Monster Pizza. It's like in America, how you get drunk and you go to McDonald's. It's not because it tastes good. It's just because it tastes good when you're drunk.
They used to have Taco Bell in Itaewon, and I
Oh
would
yeah,
go
that's where
there.
everybody will go.
Sis,
It's like a religion,
Those-
basically.
Crunchy Wrap Supremes, they always hit.
Because you were drunk.
Yes.
Yeah, because you were drunk.
Exposed.
Bro, you're exposed. When you're drunk, everything tastes better.
Not everything, but definitely that Crunch Wrap Supreme.
That's true. Maybe not everything. Let me calm down. Let me actually calm down. Maybe not everything. I was saying like what has happened to me in Hongdae. I've gotten my wallet stolen. I've drank soju outside of a convenience store. Like I've
That's like a rite of passage for all
It
foreigners
honestly,
to get here.
especially if you're studying abroad, you
Yeah.
have to drink soju outside a convenience store because you don't have money to be drinking anything inside the club. Everything is
Overpriced.
so expensive.
It's
They're just
expensive
like
and nasty.
fucks. I mean, soju's pretty nasty too, and that's actually funny enough. That's why I don't drink soju anymore. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's episode. Another really, really big reminder that I wanted you guys to remember is these are our experiences.
Only our
Yeah,
experiences.
only our experiences. If you come to Korea, you may have different experiences. And to, go back on the whole negative and positives thing, negative things, again, I said are easier to remember. We have had an amazing, amazing life in Korea, but obviously it's easy to remember the worst parts of it.
This is true.
But yeah, obviously we would still not be living in Korea if we had all these terrible things keep happening to us. We're obviously still in Korea because we enjoy living here. We have great experiences. We have great friends. We're doing good with our job and everything. So that is something to remember as you are watching this video. Don't think, oh my God, they hate Korea. We don't.
Can I give a small disclaimer?
Yeah.
Listen, people. I have a love-hate relationship with Korea just because of myself as a person, but my experience is my experience alone.
Yeah.
Don't base your opinion off of someone else's life because
Or
yours could be
expectations, yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Like, don't hear our experience and be like, oh my God, if I go to Korea, this is going to happen. Or, oh my God, if I go to Korea, that's definitely going to happen. No, we don't know. We're just sharing what has happened to us. But yeah, I just want to make sure it's a disclaimer because I feel like people tend to be like, you know, take these type of videos and be like, oh, they hate Korea.
Right.
No, we love it out here. That's why we're still here. If we hated it, we would not still be in Korea. We would have years ago. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's episode of Korea Unfiltered. Comment down below and tell me what you guys thought. And thank you, Colin, for coming on the channel
Anytime,
and telling
sis.
your story. Let's definitely do that Shilim story.
Oh, we have
Because,
to.
bro,
We have so many stories that we could probably
bro.
tell.
But anyways, guys, make sure you comment down below and tell me what you thought of this video. If you have any experiences that are similar to ours or even different from ours, comment down below and tell us because I love reading the comments. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video in Korea Unfiltered, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.